Peppery, and they're very delicious.
Let me just start scooping them out. With this one, I sometimes prefer just to cut it and peel it, you know, with the knife, or go with a vegetable peeler, which is going to be very easy, or I cut the size that I'm going to use. Usually, I'm not going to use this part because this part is not going to be as pretty.
Right, but what are you going to do with that?
I do marmalade.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do the same kind amount of fruit, the same amount of sugar. And I just let it boil. Yeah, just cook it. And what I do for peeling it, I prefer a paring knife. And the black spots is just because the sap has so much papa and it kind of tenderizes it.
Part of the goodness of the
papaya.
papaya.
Of the papaya, yeah. And then it's sliced almost like the other ones. Just get a little piece of this one and just put it on the platter. We serve it with cottage cheese, ice cream, or just some fresh cream. But Puerto Ricans always serve it with local cheese, fresh cheese, like farmer cheese.
Yes.
So we want to put some lime on top of that to take the flavor out of the fruit.
The variety is just amazing. And a fruit platter like this is just one way to enjoy tropical fruits. Later in the program, Giovanna will be back to show how to use them to make a fabulous rum drink or two.
Yes.
Some of the finest rums in the world come from Puerto Rico. When we return, we'll visit a century-old rum factory to see how they make it.
No matter what part of the country you call home, there's one sure way to feel at home. Get new craft-made cabinets for your kitchen. They're the heart of homes everywhere. Call us for your free color brochures and plan your own little corner of the world. Craft made for everyone.
Touch your elbow. By 4 o'clock, does it feel like this? Or perhaps this? At night, do the front of your legs remind you of this? Try showering tomorrow morning with Dove Moisturizing Body Wash. As you cleanse, unique moisturizers in the lather help make your skin soft and beautiful and keep it that way from morning to night. So even at the end of the day, your skin feels like this and you feel like this. Dove Moisturizing Body Wash for skin as soft as the day is long.
Ready? Get him!
Isn't it just like Delta?
Let's make it really cool.
To design a faucet that's at both the height of style
Wow! Awesome!
and practicality. Delta, the way water is brought to life.
At American Furniture Warehouse, we're known for a number of things. Our factory truckload sale is one of them.
We bought the business from Jimmy's father. That's why he pushes himself. He doesn't want to disappoint the old man. His back began giving him grief last month. He'd take Advil, plug along, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't enough. So his doctor said to try a leave.
Take it every 8 to 12 hours.
No, I like that. Winds up at the end of the day, a leave is stronger relief than a dose of Advil. A leave was all it took. This year, he may even take a day off.
You take enough for both of us.
Aleve. All day strong, all day long.
Martha Stewart Living is brought to you in part by Kraft Made.
Some of the finest rum in the world is made right here at Barrilitos, Puerto Rico's oldest and smallest rum factory. This is Manuel Fernandez and his nephew, Fernando, who represent 2 of the 4 generations that have owned and operated Barrilitos since it was founded in 1880. Fernando, you're what generation of rum makers?
4th generation. My great-grandfather founded Barrilitos since 1880. The name Ron del Barrilito means rum from the barrels.
Manuel, it's you and your brother who are really doing all the operations now.
Yes, right now.
And what gives your rum that very unique flavor? It kind of tastes like brandy to me.
Well, that's our secret family formula that we put on the fresh rum prior to aging.
And where did that idea come from to make it taste like brandy?
My grandfather, Pedro Fernandez.
Well, I'd love to see how the operation works, and do you think that the two of you could show me how?
Sure, let's go.
Great, thank you.
This is the first aging warehouse that my father built around 1943. The barrels are very important because they act as a catalyst for the chemical reaction that makes the rum mature. We don't move the barrel. We don't allow us to sell the little kegs. Those small kegs have their owners. The owner has to take the keg out of the factory empty, fill it in his home. Our barrels, they're quite expensive now. We are buying in small amounts.
This whole room holds about how many barrels?
In the neighborhood of 400.
These barrels are just amazing. They hold approximately, I keep reading on them, 128 gallons, 127 gallons. Oh, and this one. This is an amazing barrel. It's dated November 23rd, 1942.
And my father used to call it La Doña. You could translate it as the lady.
You give little samples to people?
Yes, we do. Special people.
I would love to taste it. How many grades of rum do you make here at the factory?
2 grades of rum under the same formula. The 2-star, which is a little lighter, is aged 3 years minimum. The 3-star is a blend of rums, aged 6 to 10 years.
And how do you age this rum?
We age it in oak bottles. That's part of the process that my grandfather developed. He never wanted to use either new bottles or whiskey bottles, just bottles that have been used previously for curing or maturing European wines.
Do you think you could show us the entire process of making a rum?
Let's go.
Sure.
Great.
One of the main reasons why Ron del Barrilito is so special is we don't mass produce. The company produces only 10 to 12,000 cases of rum every year because we pay so much attention to quality and detail.
We receive the freshly distilled rum at 189 proof. We put that rum in our preparation tanks. We dilute the rum to 87 proof by adding water. We add our formula, let it stay for a few weeks. Afterward, we pump it from the tank to each individual barrel. It is just sitting there aging until it's ready for bottling. The bottling process is simple. We filtrate the rum, put it on the bottling tanks, where it flows by gravity into an automatic filler and labeler. From that point, it just reaches the capper, put caps on, and we put the bottle of rum already filled in our tables. We add the back label and the tax stamp label by hand.
What makes our rum so special? I believe the aroma, the taste. In addition to that, the aging process, which at the end product gives it that taste of brandy, which comes from the family formula.
Now I understand why Barrilito's rum is so highly regarded around the world. You've been able to pass down your tradition of fine rum making through all the generations of your family. It's a wonderful thing to see. Thank you so much. Salud.
Salud.
Now that you've seen how rum is made, when we return, we're going to show you how to enjoy it in some delicious tropical fruit drinks.
It's a different kind of skin, the delicate skin around the eye.
L'Oreal creates Plenitude Revitalift Eye Anti-Wrinkle Plus Firming Cream.
You really do need a special cream. It's very simple to use, and it's not greasy.
Revitalift Eye firm skin in just 6 hours. Plus it smooths lines and wrinkles.
And it reduces that puffy look sometimes we all get in the morning.
New Revitalift Eye Cream.
I love it. You're just 6 hours away from more beautiful eyes.
Whirlpool realizes that preparing meals ahead can help you better manage your week's activities. Now Whirlpool introduces the remarkable new AccuBake built-in oven. It's the only built-in with an oven this big. You can cook multiple meals at once and freeze ahead. And the advanced AccuBake system cooks food evenly.
Hi, I'm running late at the office. Pull something out of the freezer for dinner.
Whirlpool, making your world a little easier. Hurry in today and see these new built-in ovens at your local Whirlpool dealer.
We feed and we recommend purebred pet foods, not only for their outstanding ingredients, excellent palatability, but the reclosable zipper bag, which helps to maintain freshness.
I say feed them purebred. It's a great diet. It's made with quality ingredients. The animals love the taste. I recommend purebred. I feed it to my animals here in the hospital, and I feed it to my own pets at home.
We trust purebred, shouldn't you?
Would you like to have a beautiful room like this? Well, you can. This sofa, chair, and 2 tables are only $138 per month. Store-wide sale ends September 30th.
This is it, your chance for a free front row seat to the arts. Come out to the Denver Performing Arts Complex and see everything you could ever imagine and some things you'd never dream of. Performances on every stage, outdoors and inside. There's fabulous food and lots to do at the 7th Performing Arts Festival, October 5th and 6th at the Plex.
So guys, who does the cooking on this boat?
No cooking.
No cooking. You got back into port, say, late. You guys ever think about having breakfast for lunch?
Oh, absolutely.
Breakfast for dinner?
Absolutely. That's my style.
Well, for $2.99, you can get 2 German, French, Swedish, or buttermilk pancakes, plus eggs, bacon, and sausage. It's IHOP's $2.99 International Passport Breakfast. You know, IHOP for breakfast all day long. Sounds good to me.
That's good.
You're making me hungry.
Yeah, actually.
What do you say we head over to IHOP for some breakfast?
All right. You mind?
You treat? Oh, nice.
All right.
Martha Stewart Living is brought to you in part by Plenitude by L'Oreal.
The world-renowned rum and exotic fruits of Puerto Rico provide some terrific entertaining ideas. And Giovanna Heike is going to put the two together and show us how to make some delicious tropical drinks. Now, you can make these with alcohol or without alcohol.
Oh, yes, of course.
But traditionally here in Puerto Rico, it's the rum.
Actually, Puerto Rican rum is the only one by law that has to be aged for 1 year at least, so they get a very full flavor. Now, we can't talk about drinks without talking about piña colada.
Well, the basis is really this cocoa cream, isn't it?
Yes, that recipe is the same amount of rum with the same amount of Coco Lopez, and then double it with pineapple.
Ah, so fresh or canned, but better fresh.
Better fresh.
So let's make some. I'll just pour my Coco Lopez into the blender. So I'll do...
Some people do it with amber rum. I like it with white rum.
You like white?
Yeah. So now we're going to have a double amount with that. It's already starting.
Already potent. Now, you can use the canned pineapple juice, but if you have one of those overripe pineapples or something that's just a little bit...
Too juicy,
yeah,
maybe
too juicy.
To just serve as pieces is the best one for this.
I'm using my
coconut
half. So we need twice as much pineapple.
Actually, this is very refreshing for a hot afternoon, and ice. When you're using fresh pineapple, remember it's going to be very thick, so it's better not to use too much ice. And when I do at home, sometimes I freeze the pineapple, so we'll give it that freeze.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Very good idea. This looks exactly right. Garnish it with
fresh pineapple. There's a lot of people that put a cherry, but we don't grow cherries, so I prefer just to use fresh pineapple.
Much prettier.
And maybe...
How about a gorgeous frangipani flower?
Okay, I think that's a good idea. Let me get the...
So there's the fiber of the pineapple in here. There's the rich creaminess of the Coco Lopez.
It's a very sweet drink, and that's why I like it with fresh pineapple, because it will give it'll give a nice combination of the cream and the freshness of the pineapple.
Now, you have also papaya cut up and the mamey. So if you wanted to make a similar drink, you can just eliminate the pineapple and do a papaya colado.
Actually, the color looks really pretty. And another thing that some people do here is taking a very good full-bodied rum, like the Barrilito.
Barrilitos. Oh, we just visited the factory. It's so interesting.
Oh, yes. Actually, this is very good just drunk as a brandy or with a little bit of
So
ice.
you just put a little bit on the top?
Yes,
oh, let me just put a little bit. Oh, and it adds such a pretty touch to the top.
Just brings you back to the Caribbean.
So now what should we make?
Okay, now, we talked about the star fruit, so it's good to do a drink. What you use is a very ripe star fruit. You take the vein out.
So you've prepared us some pieces here.
Yes. I'm going to use some orange liqueur.
So like a Cointreau or a Grand Marnier?
Or Grand Marnier. It really depends on the taste. And what we use is like a 1/4 cup to 1/3 cup of the Cointreau, and it really depends on the taste, and we are going to puree it at the beginning.
I think this is better than Tom Cruise, do you remember?
Yes. Now we're going to use some ice on that, and we're going to mix it with a very good white rum, Cristal, which is the finest.
Yes. This I've just been introduced to, and it's
the lightest and finest.
The lightest and finest. I know how much of this.
I use usually double of what I use the Grand Marnier.
So about a 1/2 cup of rum.
Yeah, and it really depends on how you like it. and how sweet everything else. Now we're gonna add a little bit of fresh orange juice that you have over there. Fresh squeeze works better.
If you're going to make these tropical drinks, you might as well do everything fresh, right?
Yes. Freshly squeezed.
How much?
I would say double of what we added of rum. That's about it.
Okay, so now just blend this up. It's a lovely color, and that starter, the carambola, really gives it the acidity that a lemon or a lime would.
And the froth. Some drinks use a little bit of egg white, and this one, the carambola, does that frostiness.
I prefer the carambola.
Me too. And actually, some people early in the morning might add a little bit of soda water or champagne.
That'd
and
be
it
great
makes it
too.
a lot lighter. Yes. It's just a very nice drink, and we have some star fruit here. Just looks very pretty.
You know what would also be nice is to sugar the rim.
And I think it would look very pretty.
Yeah.
Now, another recipe that's very basic for Puerto Rican rum is the daiquiri. Now, the real daiquiri just has lime juice. The real daiquiri is made like a martini, but the new versions are with fruit. So what we're gonna do a fruit frappe. Here is the lime juice. With the sugar, I just go half and half. It really depends. It depends on the fruit I'm gonna use. Since I'm gonna use bananas, very, very sweet, so we're just gonna add like 2 tablespoons of sugar. And it really depends on the fruit. You wanna be pouring a little bit of ice.
And how about some rum?
And some rum.
So we should do...
like half a cup of rum for just 2 to 3 drinks. The daiquiri's flavor comes from a very good lime. That's why we use ours that's very harsh, but at the same time, a little bit sweet. If you don't find this kind of key lime, you can use a little bit of the Tahiti lime. And if you like it a little bit lighter, I have a friend who does it with a little bit of orange juice because she prefers it. So I don't...
So we don't have to do any straining. This is just
perfect.
The drink itself.
Actually, it goes very well with mangoes also, if they're in season for that kind of daiquiri. And for garnishes, I like to put just a little piece of banana. You know, it looks nice, and I like to eat it at the end. Just drop it in on the top. Yeah. And we can decorate with a flower. This grew wild in the island.
Look at that, fabulous.
No.
But you can certainly enjoy the beautiful flower.
Well, with this kind of drinks, you can have a lot of fun decorating and making it part of a party.
Well, these are very beautiful, and these look delicious, and I can't think of a more pleasant way to enjoy the Caribbean than with 2 of the most distinct flavors, rum and tropical fruits. Your guests will certainly love those, and Giovanna, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to show us the secrets of the islands.
Well, it's been more than a pleasure. Like we say in the island, hasta luego, because I hope you do come back.
And I hope you come to New York. Thank you.
We will.
To subscribe to Martha Stewart Living Magazine, please call 1-800-354-0200.
You know, I've always heard that hospitality is one of Puerto Rico's greatest natural resources, and the people here have proven that beyond a shadow of a doubt. I can't thank them all enough. I hope that you enjoyed today's program and our visit to Puerto Rico. Please join us next week for more Martha Stewart Living. Next week, I'll be in my kitchen making sour cherry strudel with master pastry chef Nick Malgieri, and I'll explain how to choose the right pair of garden gloves.
finding the right pair of eyeglasses is a tough thing. At LensCrafters, I've got everything I need to help someone find a pair of eyeglasses that they'll really love. Whether it's lightweight lenses, comfortable fitting frames, a specific shape, color, or certain price. Whatever my customers need. And we're LensCrafters. The glasses are ready in about an hour, so my customers go home happy. If I've made it easier to find the right pair, then I'm happy too.
LensCrafters, helping people see better, 1 hour at a time.
Opening soon in Park Meadows.
He places a crown of soap bubbles on his son's head. Will he be king? King of Wall Street, king of medicine, king of hearts. One day he'll be too busy for his father. His son, the king, won't recall this moment. The father will be sad, then proud, and happy he saw his son become king. But first, the king needs drying off so he can get into his jammies.
Believe it or not, I found an authentic bagel in Des Moines. And I found a great bagel in Sacramento. I even found one in Texas. They're Earth Grains bagels. And wherever you can find a supermarket, you'll find fresh, authentic bagels. All crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside, in all these delicious varieties. In the bread aisle, in the supermarket. And yes, even in Memphis.